It was the summer of 1987, and the beaches of Central California were packed with sunbathers, surfers, and families enjoying the warm July weather. The small coastal town of Sandpiper Cove was known for its golden sands and gentle waves, but that summer something sinister washed ashore. It started with rumors. A group of teenagers claimed they saw a clown standing ankle-deep in the surf at dusk, his white face glowing under the pale moonlight. They said he was holding a bunch of colorful balloons that bobbed in the breeze, but when they called out to him, he turned and vanished into the fog. Everyone laughed it off. Clowns at the beach? But then, the disappearances began. First, it was a little girl who wandered off during a family picnic. Her parents found one of her sandals near the water's edge, along with a single red balloon tied to a rock. The next day, a surfer went missing after telling his friends he saw a clown waving at him from the pier. By the end of the week, 3 more people had vanished, each time with a balloon left behind. The town was on edge. The police increased patrols, but they found nothing. No footprints, no clues, just the balloons, always tied to something, always grinning like a cruel joke. On the night of the full moon, a group of locals decided to take matters into their own hands. Led by a fisherman named Tom, they gathered flashlights and knives and headed to the beach, determined to find the truth. Among them was Sarah, a waitress whose younger brother had gone missing 2 days earlier. She carried his pocket knife, her hands trembling with rage and fear. The beach was eerily quiet, the usual crash of waves replaced by an unnatural stillness. The fog rolled in thick, swallowing the light from their flashlights. As they approached the pier, they heard it. A low, guttural laugh that seemed to come from everywhere and nowhere at once. "Show yourself!" The laughter grew louder, echoing off the water. Then, one by one, the clowns emerged from the fog. There were dozens of them, their painted faces twisted into grotesque smiles, their eyes black and empty. They moved in unison, their oversized shoes silent on the sand. Some carried balloons, others held jagged knives or meat hooks that glinted in the moonlight. Sarah screamed as one of the clowns lunged at her, its grin stretching impossibly wide. She slashed at it with the pocket knife, and it let out a high-pitched shriek before collapsing into a pile of sand. The others scattered, their laughter turning to screeches as the group fought back. But for every clown they defeated, 2 more seemed to take its place. The tide began to rise, the water swirling around their ankles, then their knees. The clowns retreated into the waves, their laughter fading as they disappeared beneath the surface. By morning, the beach was empty. The clowns were gone, but so were half of the search party. Sarah was the only one who made it back to town, her clothes soaked and her mind shattered. She couldn't explain what had happened, only that the clowns were real, and they were waiting. To this day, the people of Sandpiper Cove avoid the beach at night. But sometimes when the fog rolls in and the moon is full, you can hear laughter carried on the wind. And if you're unlucky enough to be near the water, you might see a balloon bobbing in the waves, its string trailing like a beckoning finger.